The print conventions we've discussed in this lesson, reading from top to bottom and left to right, apply to how we read in English. Other languages have different conventions. For example, some languages are read across the page from right to left, and some are even read down the page from top to bottom. If we have children whose first languages differ from English in their print conventions, it's important to recognize that understanding how written English works will take some getting used to. The vast majority of DLLs in the U.S. speak Spanish, but Arabic is another common language among DLLs. We might say to a child who speaks Arabic, "In Arabic, we read from right to left. In English, we read from left to right." In this example, you're using a book as a visual and gesturing with your finger for additional support. Just like when we teach alphabet knowledge and phonemic awareness, it's important to teach instructional language explicitly when teaching print concepts. This is especially important for DLLs. When we teach words like top, bottom, left, and right, we can connect these words to children's first language and leverage visuals, props, and gestures in our instruction. We've said it before, it's impossible to be fluent in all the languages spoken by DLLs in your classroom. If you have colleagues or volunteers who speak the first language of children in your class, that's fantastic. They can help support children's knowledge of print concepts when they read books to children in their first language. Whether or not we have colleagues to support first language use, partnering with families is always a great idea. There are many ways we can engage with families that will not only support children's learning of English concepts of print, but also honor and strengthen their first language. Because guess what? Strengthening literacy skills in a child's first language fosters development in English too. Encourage families to read books in their first language. If families don't have books, send some home. Wordless books are great because they require no translation. Encourage families to use the books to tell stories. Next, ask families to send in examples of print that you can use around the classroom. For instance, you could add menus in different languages to the Dramatic Play Center. This helps children see themselves at every turn and helps them feel like valued members of the school community. As always, support dual language learners by making connections between English and the first language. For example, if a child speaks Spanish, you might say, "Sometimes we use capitals the same way in English as we do in Spanish. Names start with a capital letter in both languages. But when we spell the months of the year, it's different. We don't capitalize months in Spanish, but we do in English." It will take time to research and learn some similarities and differences. Check out the link below to learn more about languages spoken in your classroom.